Yeah, it's not. No, it's not like soft and comforting. No, it's it's harsh. When I first used your sponge, I was like, "Ow, it's scratching me."
Yes, you
right, and you're like, "Oh, that's good."
It's good exfoliation. Hi, welcome back, friends and family. We are back in Mexico. We are in Quintana Roo, Riviera Maya.
Quintana Roo?
Yeah, we're in Quintana Roo, Riviera Maya.
We're in Playa del Carmen.
Oh, jeez, Nathan Hopkins.
What?
We are in Quintana Roo.
Alright, start over again. Sorry, I won't interrupt. I'll just whatever you say. That's where we're at. Cancun, Cozumel.
Hello, welcome back, friends and family. We are in Mexico right now. I apologize, our lighting is not best. We don't have all our stuff to record, but we wanted to just do this quick video because this video is pretty much about.
Okay, so we just went and got massages. That's off topic, but before the massage, Ida told me like come up with what it's like to be married to a woman from Ghana, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking all these things, and I have a list on my phone here. Okay, but let me say this caveat.
Okay.
I don't know all Ghana women. Never lived in Ghana, been to Ghana.
Yeah.
I've only dated or married one, right? So this is what it's like to what I've experienced. And you can tell me whether you think other Ghana women are the same.
So all Ghanaian women, if you're listening, and African women as well, I want to know if you feel like this is
Did I get it right?
relatable, if you feel like you got it right, or at least on your end, because I really want to know. I really think that all Ghanaian women are like, I mean, we're different, but I feel like we have, you know, certain things that is the same.
So in my experience, when you marry an African, okay, for the rest of your life, you're gonna be late everywhere you go. Every single place. Whether if it's 5 minutes away, you're gonna be late. Am I wrong? It's called African time. I didn't make that up. I didn't invent that term, African time, did I?
No, you did not.
No. So African time is real.
It's
I don't
nice.
even know why. I don't understand why we're late all the time. I can't even do the math and figure out why are we late again. We show up at some place 10 minutes late. And I'm like, why is this happening to us?
Church is a prime example.
We
Travel
never.
to
Oh
church,
yeah.
every single time we go to church, we're always late. Like, we know what time it starts.
Yeah.
And we wake up early,
It's not even
too.
that. Yeah, 11 is not that early. I remember as a kid thinking 11 was early. As an adult, no. Like, you've been awake for hours and hours. Like, I don't know why we can't show up on time. I hate being late.
You do.
I complain the whole time. We'll go to church saying, I'm not going in.
He
I'll
does.
drop you off at the door.
He does. He
And then
wants
I
to
end
drop
up
you off
walking
and go.
in late. And then we gotta drop our kids off at daycare. And then we go in and people are already like worshiping. And yeah, that's my whole life. Okay, so African time. Let me say this. In Ghana, it makes sense to me. Because
Yes, it
it's hard to
does.
get around in Ghana.
Yes, it is.
It's the roads are not good. The traffic in Accra especially is bad,
So bad.
right? We had our wedding. We told them our wedding is at 10 a.m. It was at 12, and people showed up at like 2.
Yeah.
So it was just what it was, right?
It
We
is.
were there for so long waiting on people. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I understand in Ghana. In America, okay, we have great roads. The traffic where we live is not bad. Number 2, so the big one that hit me when we first started dating was hair. Okay, so
You used to always tell me, like, I grew up with sisters.
Yeah.
And they have the same hair. And, you know, you always, like, it was really shocking to you that...
I was very naive about an African woman's hair. I didn't understand what a weave was.
You did not, or you did?
I didn't. I thought a weave was a wig,
Okay.
right? Just a straight wig, right? I didn't know what a lace front was, or twist, or braids, or box braids, or any of that, or like, I just didn't, I had no idea, right? When I met you, you had long hair. It was a weave.
Okay.
I thought it was your hair, right? I just thought Ida has long, straight hair, right? Because you had hair like that for a while, right? So I think I just
Didn't
that's what I
think
thought.
of it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then once we started dating and we're together more, there was just a lot to learn. Let's say, and then I didn't like this idea that we're gonna have a different hairstyle every month.
I remember that was to you, you never understood just have one head. Like, you never actually understood it because it was
I
just...
still don't like to me, like, you never want to have the same hairstyle twice.
Never.
In a row.
That's right, yeah.
You want to do something different every time. To me, I'm like, didn't you like last time's hair?
Okay.
And you're like, I did, yeah. Like,
Why would you change it?
Do it again, you know?
Like, nah.
No? Alright. What's on my list? Oh, okay. I think it's probably a lot of Africans wash with a sponge.
Like their bodies?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
What you call a sponge.
Yeah, we call it a sponge.
It's not a sponge.
We gotta have a picture.
Okay, it's a long strip of fishnet.
Yes. It's
Not
like a big-
fishnet, but of
It looks
net.
like fishnet, like a net, yeah.
If you took a loofah and you unwound it and stretched it out.
But it's not a loofah. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not like soft and comforting. No. it's it's harsh. When I first used your sponge, I was like, ow, it's scratching me.
Yes.
Right? And you're like, oh, that's good.
It's good exfoliate.
Yeah. And then we bought some sponge that's like, I think it's good. And I was like, no, this is weak sponge. It's good. And so, yeah, when I met you, I didn't use that.
But now you're like used to it.
Now, yeah, we both have one. I have a blue one. She's a
I have a pink one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm on board. But
Yes, he is.
that's just something I didn't even know was happening. All right. Food. Okay. So when you are married to a Ghana woman, you're gonna have a lot of different food. And if she's from the Ga tribe, it's gonna be a lot of different fish. Or not even a lot of different fish, but a lot of fish.
A lot of fish.
A lot of tilapia with the little crunchy ones sometimes too.
I love those. Those are little tiny little tilapias. Like they already come fried. Well, yeah, we buy them fried, like little baby ones, and like 1,000. I know you guys know 1,000. And then just different kinds, the flat ones. I don't know what it's called, but man, I snack on those. I chew on them. I love them.
She eats the bones and the eyeballs too. But anyway,
It's good. You should try it.
I'm not gonna try it. I can't. But I like the fish. I just know I'm not gonna eat the eyeballs.
Well, you like regular whole fish. You won't take the
I'll
fried
eat pieces of
tiny-
tilapia. It's kind of like a pain with all the little bones and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't. Not really for me.
I like my fish.
You eat with your hands. I was never experienced that before I met you. Eating things that are like in ball shapes, like kenke or fufu and stuff. Never. There are a lot of soups.
A lot of soup, a lot of spices.
In Africa, like a lot of soups with things floating in it. That used to like. I know that bothered me when I first met you. I'm like,
what
is
kind of things are floating? Like
just
peppers and
everything,
stuff.
like okra,
Shrimp.
or pieces of meat.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing to me, is that you put multiple types of meat, like in your peanut butter soup.
Yep. I got. Well, I don't put fish and go to you, but I got
You could put. Sometimes you would put fish, goat, chicken,
beef.
and maybe some beef, all in one stew. To me, I'm like, pick one, right? Just find the one you want. And I would get upset because I'm like, well, I don't like the fish. I like the rest of the meat. So that one thing would throw off the flavor of the whole
But
thing.
it's strange with Nathan. Like there were times where I put fish in it, and I'll take it out before I serve it to you, and you still know that there's fish in it. It's strange, like
Well,
flavor or something.
The flavor like gets in
Yeah.
throughout. All right, yeah, very different food. To me, I've gotten used to it though. Like my favorite food now of all time is rice and stew
Hey, with goat meat.
with goat meat.
You would eat it with beef too. But
Yeah, beef is fine. Sometimes we'll put deer, chicken in there.
yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Next one. Calls home. Okay. So if you're married to an African, especially if you're not in Africa, even if you are, maybe I guess I don't know. But there's gonna be a lot of calls to family, right? Because all your family, your mom's in New York, and your dad's in Ghana, and your brother's in Ghana. So when she's calling family, especially your mom, y'all speak in Ga, right? So that's something I had to get used to. Now I don't even notice it hardly anymore. But there's a lot of times where you're on the phone. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't think that's something that even registers with Ida. She understands every conversation in our house.
Like, oh, I see what you're saying, but like the opposite.
There's a lot of times I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
She gets off the phone like, what was that about? Yeah. And then, but they speak Ga, but they mix in English. Yeah. So if I pick up on keywords, if I really pay attention and I pick out the Ga words, I know I can kind of get the idea.
Yeah, what's going on? So that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, and then on that, the way that Africans talk, can throw you off.
What do you mean?
It seems very aggressive, right? So a lot of times when we first started dating, especially you talk to your mom, you get off the phone, like, is everything okay?
You think I'm mad?
Why are y'all yelling at each other?
No, we're not yelling.
Why are you arguing about something? Someone's upset, right? And you're like, no, she just said she loved me, and she, like, she needed this or that.
I love you.
But it sounds so aggressive, and in English it can sound very aggressive too, and it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? Like a lot of times, especially when we're in Ghana, like people are just very matter of fact, I guess, and
very straightforward.
And the way they pronunciate the words are sharp.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's just another. Right. Okay. Sometimes you are a little aggressive.
You need examples. I don't think so.
Yeah. A little aggressive. Let's say aggressive with getting what you want.
Okay. I can respect that.
Not maybe aggressive, not the right word. Demanding. Kinda. No. Okay. So let's say this. We go to a restaurant, and this is something. It could just be my wife, right? It could be I'm different, and it's from you in this, and it's not just all African women. But if we go and she wants a burger, she can say, I want a burger with no onions, and I want this kind of sauce, and then I want a tomato. I want you to look at a tomato while you're making the sandwich, and then don't let a lettuce even touch it. And then we get to the front, and then there's a piece of lettuce on there. You're gonna have a problem. You're gonna go back, right?
Everybody will have a problem.
If it's me, right? If I go in there, I'm like, hey, no onions on my burger, and they give it to me with onions, I'll just eat it.
Aww.
Right? Because it's like not worth it. It's always worth it to Ida to get exactly what she wants.
That's right.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Is that an African thing or is that an Ida thing?
This is an African thing. Africans, I don't know. Maybe it's an Ida. You know what?
So today we got a massage.
Okay.
It was supposed to be 80 minutes.
Oh my god.
It was 75 minutes. And I didn't want to tell her that. I said, what time is it? When we got done the massage. And she's looking at the clock. She's like, oh, she's doing the math. And she's like, wait, hold on. And then I was worried. I was like, uh-oh. I let her know. And she's like, that was 74 minutes. And I was like, now I gotta go fight some massage therapist.
Oh my gosh.
And we're already put our clothes on. Or you're gonna go in there and be like, hey,
5 more minutes
5 more
of
minutes.
massage.
And then we're gonna like start this all over. I was worried.
I think it's definitely. I think African woman. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I think it's an African woman thing because you just, you know, we're not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. You know what I mean?
To me, though, the little things I just let go.
You let go, and
Yeah.
I don't let little things go.
Yeah. So I don't know. It works out for me because sometimes.
I think that's what's good about us too. You are like the yin to my yang in a way. Like you kind of balance me out.
Sometimes I let too much go, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
And I don't let nothing go. So.
The next thing, right, is snakes. I love snakes.
Why did you touch me like that when you said that?
And Africans in general love snakes, right?
No.
So, not only is Ida scared of snakes, but to a point of like, it affects our lives. Like we're in a resort right now. We saw a snake yesterday, and it kind of ruined her evening.
Yes, it did.
A grass snake. It was.
Nick, stop.
It was smaller than my finger. It was long, and it slithered around, right? And it didn't even move. We just saw it. I didn't even see it. It looked to me like a stick. And she's like, "Oh, a snake!" And she grabbed me and like, I thought we were being attacked, right? I'm just.
No, don't touch me.
I'm not. It's not like I'm gonna bite you or something. Okay. Anyway. All right. But that could just be an Ida thing. Maybe. In Africa,
that's an African thing. We don't.
You're not playing with the snakes.
We don't want no snakes. No, we don't want no owls, no snakes, no birdies. Unless you're chicken, then we want to eat you. But.
All right. Dancing. Okay. The dancing is very different in Ghana.
Yes.
And I don't want to say I can't dance. I can dance. I can two-step, which is how we dance, how I grew up dancing.
Yes.
Okay, but Ida grew up doing a different kind of dance.
Yeah.
Or many different kinds of dances.
Many different kinds of dances.
And when you're married to an African woman, you're gonna have to dance too, or you're gonna have to sit and watch your wife dance a lot.
Many times.
Yeah, so it's one or the other. You gotta either just
feel
go
like
in there and go with the flow, or be a bum.
I'm always pulling him to go dance. I'm always dancing with the kids. I'm always pulling them into dancing. Sometimes we don't even know that we're dancing. We just dance all the time.
Yeah. All right. The next thing is religion.
Yeah.
Okay. Being married to an African woman, very religious. Okay, and it can be. There's certain things that you don't like it when I say.
Very superstitious in a way.
Yeah, it can be very kind of superstitious, right? Like if I talk about death, you don't like it, right? Talk about like, even in a joking way, you don't like it, right? We don't talk about death at all. It's just not allowed, right? Like, hey, someday we got to get life insurance or something. You wouldn't even want to have that conversation, right? No, right? So, sorry kids, no life insurance. All right. Maybe we should not include that part. All right. Okay. Next one, temperature. Okay, so when you're married to an African woman, she's mostly going to be cold all the time.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Right? So, in our house, in the summer, our house is set to 72 degrees. Right?
That's cold.
It's kind of cold. I go to other people's houses, it's like 68.
Yeah, that's way too cold.
I guess pour some champagne on top. Alright, so in our house in the summer, it's always like 72 degrees, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the standard. And then she'll complain, you know what, that's not true. It's 74. It's 74. 72 is what I would wish it would be. At night, sometimes I'll set it to 72. Okay, 74 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. In the winter, we have to set our house to 80 degrees. Am I right?
That's right.
80 degrees.
Wait, are you saying it's too hot?
That's so hot. People
Nathan
like
Hopkins, that's not hot enough.
people.
That's
maybe
not hot enough.
It's not for you, right? And that's us compromising. That's not like, oh, she won the argument. No, like she would. I'm like, hey, maybe we should set like 75, and you're like, I want 90. I want to like steam it up in here.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
Yeah. In the car, we always have an issue making sure both people are
Are happy.
Yeah.
With the temperature.
So, and the last one would be like a nighttime routine. Okay. So, and maybe this is just you.
Okay.
But before we can go to bed, you shower.
Okay.
Right? And then, I don't know how much lotion we put on.
Nathan.
But it's a lot. It's so much lotion. It's moisturizers.
Oh, it's like, how long is it gonna take you?
It's tenderizers.
Wait, it's not tenderizer.
I don't know what it is. Okay. There's a lot of things. The whole body's lotion from head to toe. We do the whole body, right? For some reason I thought people like put lotion on their hands.
No.
And then go like this. And then like they move on with their life. No, it's a whole thing. And then it's the whole face. And then there's something that shines put on. It's shiny.
Shiny.
And then we gotta put our hair up. We can't find our hair bonnet ever. It's gone. Have you seen my hair thing? No, I haven't seen it. And then which is the thing I didn't know.
The hair bonnet?
I thought African women, just like any person, just lay down and went to sleep. No, it's not that's not an option. We have to do something with the hair so it's not messed up anymore.
Yeah.
All right, I nailed it.
You nailed it.
I hit every single thing.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I'm sure I left off some stuff, but
yes.
That's the things that came to me about.
Well, I definitely want to know what you guys think about this, and surely you guys know what he's saying. I mean, I feel like other people hopefully can relate with this, because I know that we'll have similarities there. So drop it down, let me know. I want to know. I really want to know if you guys have the same, kind of traits that I do. Talk to you later. Bye.